I just wanted to give a quick, brief update on some of the things that we've covered over the last couple of days, and make everybody informed as to what's happening. So, in our article, and I would encourage you to take a look. Go to iochiro.org and look at the COVID-19 article. As far as things that have been updated, there's changes on a regular basis. In fact, we had another small update this morning. But some of the things that we want to make sure that we emphasize and make sure that you catch. One is we made some additional recommendations in regards to your personal protection and what you should do in your office in order to maintain the appropriate environment. And one of those is make sure that you wear gloves that are disposable, that you change between patients. Also, always wear a mask. And I know that N95 masks are almost impossible to get right now. Wear some sort of a mask, whether it's a fabric mask or a simple old time surgical mask or whatever it might be. Wear something, and we would encourage that. Now, if you are doing side postures or other adjustments that require physical contact with the patient, with your body, then we're also recommending some sort of garment that you can wear over the top. Maybe you can wash between, have enough to wash to change between patients, or have some sort of a covering between you and the patient. Or what we have seen even one malpractice carrier do is recommend that you spray yourself down. After that, if you have multiple different, say, white doctor's coats, then you can use the CDC EPA recommended appropriate chlorine to water adjustment. Spray those, between, and just alternate between patients. You don't have time to dry between with all the cleaning protocols. Yeah, we know this is a hassle. We know that it's incredibly complicated, but we also believe that it's most important to be able to protect you and your staff. Also, make sure your staff is wearing masks if they have any kind of contact at all with anybody else, whether it be staff or even patients, especially if they're anywhere near anybody else in your office, even as staff to staff. Now, if they're behind shields, we're seeing that, a lot of doctors' offices, if you have plexiglass shields up between you and between the patient and front desk staff, then in those cases, then they wouldn't necessarily need them unless there are more than one person behind their staff, and then you should be wearing masks in the office. It's an additional benefit because it gives the patient some additional comfort that you're following all the appropriate guidelines and recommendations. If you want to know where all of our recommendations come for that, you can check it out in the article, and we would recommend that. And other things, the EIDL loans, if you applied for those, if you hadn't seen that there's a new limitation on that $10,000 upfront advance that's immediately forgiven, and that is that it's limited to $1,000 per employee. So if you only have one or two employees, then it will be limited at $1,000 or $2,000. And the more employees you have, the more opportunity there is. I also heard a rumor that they're not taking any more applications. I wouldn't let that stop you. I'd go out and take a check and see for yourself. Also, the PPP allotments have been taken up for that initial $350 billion, and we're watching carefully to see if they do a CARES 2 from a federal level to give some additional funding in that regard, and we'll let you know when that happens. Other things, be very careful of scams. And we've got a full section on that. Just be extremely cautious on any kind of N95 mask promises and calls that you may get. Just be uber careful right now. It seems like that is all on the rise and matter. So please take a close look at that. And because there's a lot of different scam information, things like that. And also, if you haven't looked, we have several different webinars that we've hosted over the course of time. And those are now available on demand, and you can go take those right now if you'd like to get information on telehealth, HIPAA, and some of the business things. And we'd encourage you to take a look at those, as well as some social media helps. Right now, if you do have that extra time, we'd encourage you to start planning for the future. We really do believe that there's going to be an increased resurgence in pain patients, and we want you to check that out. So hopefully this helps you out, and we'll catch you next time.